the winner finds themselves in the finals. And Verum, you said it yourself, clutch or kick. Let's find out now.
Let's find out indeed. Thank you so much, Jump, as we get in here to game number 3. Team Noob going up against Nova. This is the ace match. It is all on the line for these squads. They want to secure themselves that spot in that grand final because, of course, at this point, you can get those early points. If you can get yourself up on that leaderboard, it takes so much pressure off for those later stages in the game. Both of these teams are fighting, of course, to represent their regions. They want to go play in LA. There is a lot on the line for these squads, so let's see how they do here getting into our 3rd game.
Yeah, I'm so excited that Seven's on Superman. This guy is a monster on Superman. So keep your eyes peeled in terms of what plays he will be making, how he'll be initiating for his team. And looks like both teams are going to kind of scale up because they have a pretty even comp. Lubu matches well against Wonder Woman. It's a skill matchup, but Superman definitely outshines Zenio in that lane. So look for the side lane pressure that's going to result in an objective take here and see who's going to get the Bat Sentinel or who's going to get Dragon within a 2-minute mark. It's
also interesting here how the side of Nova is opting to sort of put this media in this composition. She's sort of sitting mid, offering some protection, maybe gonna look for some engage, but she's also sapping EXP from her mid laner here. I mean, if you just look at the difference between the level 3 and the level 2s right now, so that's going to be a factor. EXP sharing in this early game is always going to be something you have to keep in mind here as well, but Crayon is gonna try and look to steal the bird here, but not going to find it down there as well. So the vision is going to be here for the side of Team Noob, and they are looking pretty confident so far, but Poseidon needs to be cautious in the mid lane, but Vex is there as well. Just a little bit of peel, keeping that mid laner alive. I love the synergy already coming out from Team Noob.
Yeah, and look at the Superman making plays already, and it looks like who's going to take the Spirit Sentinel here? Looks like it's going to be secured by the side of Noob with Hognar there. Very well played, and you can see Superman just doing so much damage and CC early in this game.
Yeah, once he's able to go into that fly mode, he's so tough to deal with. He does so much damage in this early game, but it's more about the displacement. He puts you in a position that you just don't want to be in. He's just such a nuisance in, I was going to say in the early game, but he's a nuisance in all stages of the game right now. But we have the rotation coming in onto this early Abyssal Dragon here as both teams are starting to posture up. But Pitch is doing a great job of peeling, putting that initial damage onto Crayon as well. But the rest of the squad is there trying to bait this back. But Pitch is taking a lot in response. But Poseidon stepping up, having to use that Endure in the ult, going to dash around, but the Abyssal Dragon is going to be killed. But it's sniped by Nova. The follow-up was there. Now Vex is going in. Look at the damage, and the Zenio is going to be joining the fray as well. The side of Team Noob is now in full retreat. Asepka is here. But what a great pickup for the side of Nova. The Dragon, the kills. This is exactly what they needed.
What a well played there. You saw Pitch as Lubu go over and try to fight the Wonder Woman. As soon as Crayon turns level 4, he uses that ult to great effect, gets the kill on Pitch, and Team Noob is just kind of, they're not on the same page. Their team is focusing on the Dragon, and then Lubu's on the side trying to get a kill on Wonder Woman instead of just focusing the objective, and as a result, they pay the price, they give up some kills, and they give Dragon over, and look at Nova already well over a 1,000 gold lead.
And this is something we've actually seen in the past from some of these top teams, trying to have one person zone the squad and the rest of them take that Dragon, but it doesn't usually end up working out for them because they're just going to get that pick. At this stage, teams are too good. They are too good at multitasking. You cannot try and get greedy, but it is Seven now who is getting a little bit greedy, jumping into a bush. He's found some friends. The taunt, the pull back, that is the death of Superman.
Yeah, and look at that rotation by Nova. Again, these 4- and 3-man rotation is what they're known for. Noob has got to be careful now. They can't fall behind with the composition that they have here because they need to make sure L'Oreal makes it to the late game and able to start carrying for them, and then use Superman because Ari needs to get fed. Ari needs to get ahead in jungle and get fed to a point that she can carry for their team. And Vex right now is just farming along. He's at 1.6k and he's pretty far behind Linus at 2.3k there.
Yeah, the gold lead now is really starting to pull up in favor here of Nova, but it's not at a point that it is unrecoverable here. Poseidon is still at a point where he's not really hitting his critical mass at all here. Poseidon is going to be an X factor here for the side of Team Noob if they advance, but Superman as well. We have to watch it. 7 is always going to be a threat here. Crayon needs to be so careful because as this Dragon respawns, you know if Team Noob can get an initial pick, that's who they're going to be looking for.
Yeah, it looks like Nova is going to posture on Dragon here. They're going to reset it instead of trying to take it, and that's really, really smart by the side of Nova because it's really risky. when Team Noob tries to rush Dragon, they lost it, it got stolen, and then put themselves in a really bad spot by handing these kills over. So Nova's going to play a little more cautious here, and I like how they're being more calculated.
Well, they're learning from their opponent's mistakes, and that is so crucial in these games. Now they saw the rotation up towards the top lane. They saw Superman rotate. All right, well, now we're going to start to push this back. And, of course, they have the global from Zenio. They will have him being able to join these fights. They're able to get split pressure across the map, and it looks like this is just going to be a nice, freezy, free, easy Dragon here for the side of Nova.
Yeah, and that's really risky for Noob to give over a Dragon like that. That's 2 Dragons stacked already. It puts them at almost a 3K gold lead. And the way for Team Noob to come back, they have to win a fight. They have to catch Nova off guard here and not let Nova catch them off guard, because otherwise they're going to continue to get snowballed at this rate.
Yeah, this is huge for the side of Team Noob. This is the tipping point right now. If they get any further behind, they are going to struggle. But Sevka, always such a threat. Force the pitch, actually able to dodge the taunt, and pull him back in. That was beautiful for a second there. I had a moment of hope that, wow, maybe he can make this happen. But no, Nova, with what they are known for, I said in the draft, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it also comes down to play. Nova, their rotations are always so crisp, clean, concise, concerted, concentrated on getting those kills, and they're showing it here in spades.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Vex to make plays off this Ahri here. I love that they're playing jungle Ahri. We have not seen that at all, actually, and we want to see. I really love to see what Vex can do. He can go in there as Ahri, do a huge group AoE stun ultimate, and then delete the Lindis from the backline. That's exactly what he needs to do in these fights, and we'll see how well they can get onto Lindis, because if they don't kill iFlex on Lindis, they're going to lose every single team fight. It's going to be much, much harder for them to win.
So I think Vex is, you're 100% correct. He's got to be the point you're looking at right now, because he really hasn't joined into these fights too much. He's sort of just been jungling. He's been building up his items. He's been waiting for that moment where he can go in and make himself known. But the time needs to be soon here, because if he's not cautious, his team, the rest of his team is just going to be so far behind that it doesn't matter how farmed he gets. He's just not going to be in a position to carry at that stage. But now this looks like the fight they're going in. The stuns are coming up, but Mina is absolutely fine to be taking all this damage. But it's Superman coming in from the flank and be pushing the team around the stun. The knock of the Zenny ult is going to be there. Pushing them out of it, though. That's Nova. That's Mina going to fall. And now it is Sepka in the midst of all his foes. But 9 is going to try and run out of it, though. But he is a Chognar, so this is what he does best. Able to escape. Nova not quite able to execute there. And Team Noob coming out slightly ahead.
And the Man of Steel 7 just comes in and saves the day, repositioning the Mina and then going straight to the backline and killing Lindis single-handedly by himself. He deletes the Lindis, and this puts Noob right back into this fight. So really good job by 7 there. This Superman is really paying off with the plays and the positioning that he's doing. The displacement from Superman's charge is working really well for them.
There's a reason we hype up this hero so much. There's a reason why we say this hero is so good. And 0-7 is going to be putting on a clinic right now, looking to invade the jungle, potentially creep cut here, maybe snipe out a red buff or 2, see what he can make happen. But it is Lindis now, who is also a factor to watch here for the side. And we talked about the people on Team Noob who need to go off here. The Lindis, the longer this game starts to go, as we watch this item build progress and evolve and advance, we are going to see her start to hit harder and harder, but also become more and more of a priority target.
Yeah, and look at Sepka. He's winning his lane. As Zenio, he's putting so much pressure and out-trading whoever he's facing in lane. And he's doing a really good. He's winning a trade against Superman. He's doing such a good job putting pressure, and it's going to result in a tower here unless Vex is being able to make it in time here to save. And look at this dive onto the Superman, and we'll be able to kill him, and they do.
Backing under tower, you think it's safe. Heads up, it's not, because the rotation from the side of Nova is here once again, and we have Sebka leaving. I said this before. I asked, I said, do you think Sebka's the best solo laner in EU? And he is making a case for that right now, and it is Poseidon who has stepped way too far forward. 9 is trying to get him out, but there's not a chance of that happening. Burning the Endure as well. Nova is going off, and I feel like Team Noob is starting to get flustered. They're starting to make a couple mistakes here, and it's starting to show, because all the while Nova is still so calm.
Yeah, this is really bad. I mean, Lindis just got the 3rd dragon earlier before that, and now they just gave a tower over, and they gave even more deaths over. 7-3 now. Another Bat Sentinel. Dark Slayer taken. This is looking so good for Nova. Now a 5K gold lead. Team Noob needs to get together and win the next decisive team fight once this Dark Slayer buff wears off. But they have to defend their towers and not bleed any further. Stop the bleed and get back in the game and win some fights together.
They can do it. They're down 5K, almost 6, but it's not an irrecoverable lead. They do have a chance to rally here. But Nova, they're not overly aggressive here. They're just playing as aggressive as they should be, not taking too many risky plays. Of course, they do have that Dark Slayer buff now, so they are going to be able to maybe make something happen here. But oh, there's the Superman punch, the pullback. It does not matter if you have the buff, if you're forced in the tower, knocked around, up and down, all around. Dark and Crew, they're trying to sustain through it, and with this Zenio, they may be able to do it. Semifinals join the fray as well. Beautifully done. Somehow they able to survive a little bit longer here as well. That could have gone so much worse for Nova. Team Noob finding the engage they needed, but Nova almost coming out clutch.
Yeah, 7, that's Superman. He just came in there, got a massive displacement, killing the enemy team, then running around again, getting that charge up, doing another dive multiple times, killing the Lindis again. This guy is carrying his team and doing such a good job. This puts them back. They get a tower, they get Dragon, they get some kills, and now look at the goal lead. Has been from 5K to 2K because of a key play by 7. Phenomenal job by the side of SK, focusing down the enemy team and deleting them because of the play that 7 did on Superman.
That's all it takes is one shove in the right direction, and he's pushing his team back into this right now, that's for sure. Putting his shoulder into it, putting him up against the boards, as we say in Canada. And I have to say, Team Noob recovering well, but it is not over yet. They still have a lot of work to do because Nova is still overall, I think, looking better in this game. They had one minor mishap there in the mid lane because of a great play, but overall, they are rarely making mistakes. Nova is still looking so impressive here, able to pick that up. And look at these little advantages here, because you look at the structures right now, they are still ahead. But as this Chognar comes more and more online in the late game, he's able to feel more and more comfortable with this, get a little bit tankier, feel like he can survive a little bit more in these fights. That is actually going to be huge, because then he's going to be feeling more comfortable to hold that ult for that absolutely clutch moment. Because of course, you got to use it. The desire to use it early is huge here, and now the team's looking for an engagement. They're going to look to fight.
Yeah, look at the aggressive position from Team Noob. They're the one aggressing. They're the ones pushing Nova back when Nova is the team ahead. And look, the L'Oreal is starting to scale. She is going to get to her late game form pretty soon, and it's going to be really, really dangerous and hard for the team to fight. And look at the damage that's coming out there from the L'Oreal, just pushing Amina off completely.
While one, you can taunt the Aerie. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because you don't necessarily want her hitting her. The pushback coming in, but the ult from Wonder Woman as well, trying to deny a lot of this aggression. The heals coming in as well from the side of Team Noob. They're sustaining through this. Sebka is standing strong in the midst of his foes, but that is so much work coming in from the side of Team Noob. Pulling him back with the lasso as well. Krayan is trying to get the team in position, but not catching the right target there and pulling herself into the fray. But look at the Mina damage. Swing to win, spin to win as they find pitch as well. That was the pick Krayan was looking for.
Man, Nova is just bunching up, letting Superman 7 just go in there and get so much AoE burst damage. You can see why Superman, when played correctly, can literally turn the tide of a fight. And the way that the SK team is just then jumping on these plays and focusing down whoever he's displacing is phenomenal. I mean, they're able to focus on and kill, you know, the Zenio, the Mina, and just take them down. The Wonder Woman, I mean, if they keep this up, Team Noob are looking like the team that's going to win. They're the ones exerting, playing more confidently, and playing much more aggressive than Nova right now.
Yeah, Nova needs to find it within them. They need to rally. They can't constantly. Problem is that Sevka's coming into these fights, and he's doing his job for sure, but at that stage, some of the damage has already been done. Team Noob has been able to do it, and look at the recovery right now. Look at this, look at how this is shaping out. There was such a decisive advantage there from Nova, and now it is getting whittled away. And oh, Sevka has found himself a problem. That is the enemy team. Look at him. He can't take 2 steps before just getting totally denied. But look at how long it took to kill him.
How tanky is this guy?
How tanky is seriously?
He has a shield, he has Frost Cape, he has Sonic Boots, which reduces 15% damage. He has Shield of the Lost, which gives him a ton of armor. And he lasted so long, and you can see why Zenio is picked so often. Is because he's so tanky, he offers so much utility in his kit.
That's definitely the factor here, but you know, he's not necessarily being the X factor here so far in this game, but oh no, that's Poseidon finding the taunt, getting dragged under the tower, able to survive the appeal from his team is going to be there. Chognar, always going to be such a key part of these engages, but hey, if L'Oreal had gone down right there, that could have been huge for Nova. They needed that pick right there because 47 seconds is all that remains before that Dark Slayer is back up here. So watch for people to start rotating towards that side of the map. I want Team Noob to try and take down that top tower as well, get them a little bit more space on the side of the battlefield here as the side of Nova needs to stand tall, need to get their buffs, clear up the jungle, and look to posture here.
Oh!
Wait, what?
He stole it! The support steals it away. That is what a play by Nova there, by Y01.
And it actually helps keep them ahead in terms of the gold lead.
Yeah, it does. However, look at Adam. L'Oreal is getting to her late game form. She has 4 of her tier 3 items. And look at the amount of damage. Doesn't stand a chance. And L'Oreal is their damage dealer. They need to start building Medallions of Troy because look at the side of a Team Noob. A lot of their damage is on the L'Oreal. Ahri, Superman, they have a lot of protection, armor, health. Superman does percentage damage based on this maximum HP, so he still does a lot of damage, but L'Oreal is the one that they need to focus in a lot of these fights here.
They're going in. The taunt is getting so much value as Y01's pointing the back. Pitch is trying to secure that takedown in the backline as well, but he's gone in real deep. The tower is there doing so much. This high ground tower, Poseidon, though, is the one in amidst all of his foes. They're kiting him beautifully, able to get that first takedown there, the Endure, but it is not enough. That might have been a slight overextension, but never mind. All the while, you got a Superman in your base.
Yeah, and they were not able to get a tower. That was a very aggressive dive of Poseidon there. He did not need to do that because if he did not die, they could have put a lot of pressure, give enough time for 7 to take the bot tower, take the tier 2 mid tower they just took, and also take the top high ground tower as well if he did not die and dive like that. Which, because Nova was already low. They were running away. They were low. They had to recover. And here, we're going to watch the replay of the Dragon Steal there, and look at that perfect timing from Y01 there on Nova.
Perfect with that spin. That was gorgeous there from the side of Nova, and it's all those little plays there. Again, still ahead in terms of gold right now.
Yeah,
this is crucial.
But mentally, Team Noob is ahead. The way that they're playing, the more aggressive plays that they're making, L'Oreal is in late game form. As long as Poseidon plays correctly and does damage and engages and doesn't overextend too much, but engages hard along with Ahri and Superman, Team Noob should win every single fight from here on out.
I think I now have to turn to the carrying other side. I have to look at you, iFlex. You are now the one who needs to stand up. We talk about this L'Oreal, we talk about that damage, but I need iFlex to be that long-range DPS we know and love because the taunt is there, all the setup. Watch her. She needs to deal the damage, but she has a lot of pressure in the backline, and is actually Y01 falling here, and Pitch is going to trade out in return, though, so standing here is the side of Nova, but 07 is coming back in there as well. The Superman's such a threat, pulling Dark out of this engage right now, but Lubu is going to fall as well. That was actually the fight going in favor of Nova here, splitting up the fight in a way that they did not intend, and if they can follow up with a couple more takedowns here, that is huge for them.
Yeah, exactly. They did exactly what they need to do. They focused down Poseidon. I mean, L'Oreal was inside his he smited, had the Judgment Circle, was doing so much damage, but Nova was laser focused on that L'Oreal and was able to get the kill.
They are going in, dodging skill shots left and right, and it is the back line here trying to do work, securing this mid lane right now. 9 on this Chognar is an absolute beast. He's dodging out Xennial's skill shots like it's his job, because I guess it is.
Yeah, they have to protect the L'Oreal. L'Oreal is the key to Noob winning these fights. If Nova can get onto L'Oreal and secure the kill on L'Oreal, then it's going to be GG for the side of Noob. Because look at the damage. Superman is mostly crowd control, burst, a little bit of burst damage. Ahri, tons of defense on her. Barely any attack damage items. Superman now has a Muramasa, which gives him some armor pierce, and will be able to add some damage, but a lot of their damage is on this L'Oreal, and maybe a little bit on Lubu as well.
So what I'm really looking for here is I'm looking for 7 to sort of knock the team in, set up that initial initiation for Team Noob, and then turn and start to zone out that Lindis. If he can get onto that Lindis in the backline, totally shut her down and take out that main damage dealer, allowing L'Oreal to fight, do that work in the front line, I think that's where this team is going to have success. He's going to look to start isolating. It's Dark that he finds, though. Getting the tool in, they're going to isolate that target in the backline. The Endure is going to be there. Poseidon stepping up, taking so much damage in return that the follow-up. The heal is going to be there as Y1 is going to be able to escape. They're training and chasing him down on the flank. The area is there. They do secure the takedown of the Mina, and it is Lindis that they find as well. Poseidon is now dueling the backline single-handedly. Crayon and crew need to run for dear life, though, standing, trying to survive, but no, says Superman as he runs them down. That is cruel right there, good sir, and that is the side of Team Noob going off.
Yeah, that fight was so insane. L'Oreal was, again, not focused, and doing so much damage AoE. 7 goes in there, initiate, push the Tulin off. Lubu then jumps on the Tulin, wins that fight, kills the Tulin, then they catch out Lindes, and that was just an amazing play by Team Nude, and I gotta hand it over to 7 and Poseidon there. Both of them and the plays they were making were just phenomenal. And Vex using his ultimate to CC the team, resulting in a huge